Alright guys, so before we get into this review, I just want to let you guys know you can check out I Wish I Never Knew Volumes 1 and 2. You can get the hardcover copies on Lulu and you can get the paperback copies on Amazon. I also just announced I Wish I Never Knew The Seasons Change. I want to thank Melvin for doing a really great job on the cover. But I'll make a video in the coming weeks about The Seasons Change for people who's actually read those and tell you guys more about it. But let's go ahead and let's review the new Tremors movie. So Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell, it's out, and I was actually really excited to watch it because the graboids in the snow, that actually sounds like, a pretty interesting concept, especially, because they're all about the heat and stuff. So I was wondering exactly how that would take effect. But this movie still stars Michael Gross, I think it's Gross, I'm pretty sure it's Gross, and Jamie Kennedy as his son. And I sort of forget how I felt about Tremors 5. I know I was really excited for the series to come back because I grew up watching Tremors. Like I remember when I was really little watching Tremors 1 and 2. And then I think I watched 3 and 4 a little bit later. I know 4 was a prequel set in like 1800s or something. So, but yeah, nothing can beat the first 3, especially Tremors 1 and 2. Those movies were just absolutely fantastic, and I wish Kevin Bacon would come back and like do something with that. I've seen the screenshots for the Tremors TV series or whatever that they canceled, but yeah, that's another thing. But yeah, Tremors: A Cold Day in Hell takes place. I'm not sure exactly how long it's been since the 5th one. And I will go ahead and say that I do have a lot of things wrong with this movie. There's a lot of problems, in my opinion. And I'm not going to hate on the movie because even though, in my opinion, it's the worst movie in the franchise, it's still not bad. It's still fun to watch. These movies are, I felt like I took the first 2 serious and I took the 3 and 4 a little bit, just sort of, I took them as like a horror comedy pretty much. Technically really no horror, besides the 4th one sort of did, but anyway, we're talking about this one. But yeah, so pretty much this tax guy or whatever, the IRS, comes up to Burt Gummer and they're like, hey, we're going to be taking all your stuff. His son shows up. Burt's having these like really weird flashbacks or something like that he didn't have in any of the other ones from what I remember. So I didn't know exactly what was going on there at first. And then they find out that there's the graboids in Canada, the ass blasters and stuff like that. They're in Canada and they have to, take care of them. I thought there'd be a lot of snow in this movie, and there wasn't. So the fact that they called it Tremors: A Cold Day in Hell, kind of, it's whatever, right? It's whatever. But no, I felt like this movie was a little bit too funny. Like they tried to be too funny with it, and that's fine. If you want to make a funny movie, that's completely fine. I get that. But if you're going to make a funny movie, at least try to make it a little bit funny. I'm not hating on the movie. I'm really not. It's like I said, I feel like this is the one that takes itself the least serious in the franchise, and it's kind of a problem in a way. I don't know, like it kind of bothered me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, especially Michael Gross, Burt Gummer. I like Burt Gummer being that like he's a hard ass in all the other movies, and he's a hard ass in this one too. Don't get me wrong, he really is, but he's not. He's more of a comedic hard ass in a way. And the movie gets really silly at times. I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody that wants to watch it, but I'm just saying I would love for them to make another Tremors movie if they're going to make a final one or 2 more, because I don't want this to be the penultimate if they're only making 1 more after this. But I did hear that they're going to make another one about underwater graboids or something. They actually, there was a little, if you watch the movie, you'll see. But yeah, then there's also another character. I'm not going to tell you who it is. But if you're a fan of the older ones, then you'll definitely get that. It's weird because I feel like you don't have to watch any of the previous ones to watch this. You really don't. And it's been a while since I've seen Tremors 5. I honestly couldn't tell you exactly what it was about. But yeah, I didn't even need to watch it. And this movie is technically, it's just a standalone movie, Like they don't really talk about too much. Yes, they do. I lied. The premise of the movie is Burt Gummer is... I'm trying to say it without spoiling anything. I hate spoiling things in my review, even if it's something that everybody else knows, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. It's not really a spoiler, I think it says it on the back. Let me make sure. Yeah, it says it on the back of the Blu-ray. So, but pretty much Burt Gummer is infected by a graboid. And I'm not going to tell you how he gets infected by the graboid, but it's really dumb because they don't talk about it in part 2, 3, not 4, 5. So yeah, they don't talk about it at all. So it just so randomly happened. It's like I somebody sneezed on me like when I was 7, and now I'm deciding to get the flu. Like that makes no sense. But yeah, it definitely there was a lot of things that didn't make sense about the movie. It wasn't all that funny, but it's another Tremors movie. And actually, if I had to say it, I felt like the other Tremor movies were a lot more massive than this one. I feel like they covered more ground. As with this one, they're just in this just little vicinity for most of the movie. I would actually probably compare it to Open Water, but just with Tremors. You're just in the same vicinity, just sitting there. They're all just sitting there in this little, I guess I play Call of Duty, so I'll just say little map area. I could see it being a Call of Duty map. But no, yeah, it's just, it works. It works. I mean, it kind of works. Like, I don't know. I felt like I was getting a little bit too bored when I was watching the movie, but it did sort of remind me of Tremors 2 when they're locked in that one area for a little bit, you know, like Bert, for instance, is on this big rock, and in Tremors 2, he was in that bulldozer or whatever. So yeah, it's definitely, you know, they sort of have the upper hand on them. So like when you see the graboids, they're not like this thing. They're not this creature that's like you got to watch out for anymore. You know, they're not that. They're more of just ha ha. You know, it's good to see you again. That's how they are. And like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but compared to all the other ones, I mean, the movie's not bad by all means, but it's definitely the worst in the franchise. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, guys, my final score for Tremors: A Cold Day in Hell will be a 7. Like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's just you got to have a least favorite in a franchise, I guess, for the most part. So, and that would definitely be it. I do hope we get to see another one. I would love for them to bring back everybody. Shit, bring back Reba. You know, bring back Reba McEntire. Like that would be so lit. But yeah, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to, subscribe, like the video. It makes me really happy. And yeah, if you want to follow me on my others, if you guys want to follow me on I can't fucking talk. If you guys want to follow me on my other social media, link will be down in the description. If you guys have seen that, or what's your favorite Tremors movie, you know, just leave all that stuff in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.